types of social feedback. You have direct social feedback, and you've got indirect social feedback. Whenever you're talking about that direct social feedback, that's the times that whenever we're talking to a student, we're looking at a student, we will say things like, "You are an excellent student." You're an excellent student. That's direct social feedback. That works. There are those times that we just say to them, right up front, "Great student. I admire your work." That's direct social feedback. Now, whenever we're talking about those two things, how often do we do that? Well, I tell kids that they're good. I tell kids that their work's good. I tell them that. And what I've got to consider, though, is the perception of other people when I tell someone that. Because if I say, "Gee, Faith, you're just a great student. You're just a great student, Faith." And the next day, I say, "Again, Faith, I just have to tell you, you're a great student." And then on the third day, I say, "Faith, God, I just admire you. You're just a great student." And Thursday, it's, "Faith, gosh, I can't get over this. You know, you should be a flavor of ice cream. You're such a great student. It would be marketable. It's just amazing." And then Friday, it's like, "Oh, Faith, good thing the weekend's coming up because I don't think I could take 2 more days of greatness from you." It is just, the assignment's just, the work you do. Now, when I say that, that is a direct social feedback for Faith. So, that's great. What I have to consider, though, that there are indirect social feedbacks as well. And for the rest of the class, that becomes an indirect social feedback for the rest of the class. I have now built up Faith, and I have somehow unched the rug out from under another 20 kids in the room. Because they're going, "Hello, chopped liver here?" Now, and it's not about, and this discussion is not about what I've done about all the rest of the kids hating Faith. That's a whole nother workshop, all right? But what it is about, it's about me as the professional and saying, what about the other 20 kids in the room? I have now, through indirect social feedback, I have set up a situation, because what indirect is where I start of, there's this, I infer from behavior what somebody thinks of me. Well, everybody else is going, "Well, I can infer from this that, you know what, he didn't really care about me. All he cares about Faith. What about me? I'm hope. What about me? I'm charity. It's all about Faith, but no hope and charity. Hope and charity just sit here with nothing, no compliments at all." Okay, so they have inferred from that I really and truly do not care for, validate, I do not reinforce their self-perception. So I have to be careful about that. I have to remember that whenever I actually give direct to some students, I'm giving indirect to other students. It puts conflicting signals. There's this conflicting signal in there that's saying one thing, "Okay, what about this?" I write on the top of a student's paper, "You are amazing," yet I will never call on a student in class. I never call on them in class. I don't call on them in class. Why would I write on the top of a kid's paper, "You're amazing," and never call on them in class? And so you're saying, well, it's a private thing. But the conflicting message to the student is, there is something shameful about me that you will say to me privately, "You're amazing," but you don't call on me in class to say, "What about you never give me the opportunity?" So what we have to consider is what we write privately. Sometimes, and we're doing it in all sincerity, and it's a great compliment, and it's awesome, and they're glad to see that. But then they start thinking, and I'm going to tell you, it's subconscious. It's not a conscious thing that we sit around and nitpick until it gets to a point to where it really starts to bothering us at times about the conflicting patterns. So what does it mean that the teacher never lets me post work to the board Everybody else gets to post work on the board, but I never get to post work on the board. What's wrong with my work? Something wrong with my work? I really worked hard on that. I should get to post my work to the board. I've never posted my work to the board. I guess there's something wrong with my work. Wonder what's wrong with my work. I made a good grade on this. Now, here's we as educators again. All of that gets all overlapped and woven together. In the workplace, sometimes we'll work with a group of people, and then we move off to work with another group of people, and we kind of leave that behind. But think about this, in the school system, in the setting, most of those students, same grade, same age, same peers, same everything, they move in bulk together, and what we might not realize is that I'm not the only teacher doing that to a student. Well, I can't be responsible for the other teachers. I can be responsible for myself. And I can say, what can I do that is going to somehow impact or alter what's going on with the way I give feedback to the students?